So good experiences will make you happy. So this is really important for your users. It's important for everybody in the world to be happy. And when we are having a good experience, we'll be happy. So I just want to talk about this. So good UX isn't noticeable, but bad UX is. Firstly, does everyone know what UX is? Yeah, so UX is for user experience. So it's the sort of abbreviation that we use. Very cool, UX. So how do we know when good user experience, or why don't we know good user experience is happening? Well, if you think about it, when we're using a product, we're using a service, using a website, it's effortless. And we just don't know it's happening. We don't question what we're using. We don't question about the process and the thought processes that went into this product or this service or this website. However, when you come across a bad user experience, you do, because the first thing you probably say is, why did they do this? Why did they put that there? Why can't I find the information I'm looking for? Why can't I get to where I want to go? 9 times out of 10, it'll probably be because user experience hasn't been applied, or in the off chance that user experience was applied, it was done badly. So, a recent experience that I've had. You may notice I'm wearing this watch that is up here. It was my birthday not so long ago. Happy birthday, me. Yes. And I'm a keen swimmer. Just started to be a keen swimmer. So, and I wanted something that was going to assist with my training. And I'd done a bit of research. I'm one of these people who loves researching, which is quite handy because it's kind of what I need to do in my job. And I came across this watch, and there were a couple of other watches similar to this. And I found this watch, and it's perfect. I'm just thinking, as I'm telling this story, I'm just thinking I shouldn't be wearing this watch now because now you know how it ends. But yeah, so I found this watch, and I went to the website. I won't name the website because I didn't have a particularly great experience. And I found the product, and I was looking on a Friday afternoon. I think it was about 2 o'clock, and I wanted it delivered for the Saturday. My birthday was actually on the Monday, so I thought, great, if I can have it on the Saturday, this is perfect present. So I went onto this website, and it said it was in stock. It was a good price. I had to pay a bit for the Saturday delivery, which is fine. That was my choice. I wanted to actually get this watch for the Saturday. Went through the whole process of purchasing, which was quite an anxious time as a user. You're kind of always a little bit worried about the purchasing decisions and whether or not this is right. Should I be buying it? Can I afford it? Obviously, it was my birthday, so of course I could afford it. It was a present for myself. If that was the case, I'd actually probably be about 102 right now, because I buy a lot of presents for myself. So I went through this whole process, and I got this watch, and I ordered it. Went through to the checkout, and it said, great, your order's been successful. I thought, yes, this is great. Also, one thing I'd just like to mention, on the, I won't cover this too much, but there was an option to choose your Saturday delivery for any e-commerce sites out there. One thing that I stumbled upon, and it really confused me, was this: you can order it for Saturday and get a Saturday delivery, which was good, but it said, your order will be dispatched on a Saturday. And I suddenly thought, I'm ordering this at Friday, 3 o'clock, for a Saturday delivery. And it wasn't very clear, and I hesitated a little bit, got a little bit anxious, and I thought, is this actually going to be tomorrow, or have I missed the deadline? Am I actually going to get this tomorrow as a Saturday? So maybe one thing we can learn from that is maybe just putting a date next to what we're talking about, make it a little bit clearer for the user. So anyway, I go through, I've gone off track a little bit, go through and purchase this watch. So I'm sitting at work. Yes, I made this purchase at work. I start getting a little bit concerned because I didn't ever receive this dispatch email. So I suddenly think, okay, this is fine. This must be because it's quite late in the day. They're probably panicking, trying to package it all up for me and get it out. Yeah, so Saturday comes. And I think, I still haven't received this dispatch. Now I'm getting in all sorts of anxious moods. My wife is telling me to calm down. I'm like, I'm not going to get my watch. I'm not going to be able to train with this watch. And then she says, call them. Okay, that's a good point. I'll call them. I'm not particularly happy that I'm having to go through this process of calling them. So I called them, a lovely woman on the end of the phone, just doing her job. Hi, sir, how can I help you? Yes, I made an order yesterday with you. Can I take your order reference number? Yep, it's blah, 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 blah. And your name? Downer. Brilliant. Oh, yes, sir. Sorry to tell you, your product actually isn't in stock. Okay. So you can imagine now at this point, I'm getting angry. I'm just so annoyed. And then I get more confused, and I ask another question. I go, just out of interest, why did you take my money from my account to allow this purchase to go through? Sorry, sir, we don't know why we do that. Brilliant. Okay, that's the answer. So will I get this back? Yes, you'll get a full refund in 7 days. Great, even better. Why am I telling you this? This is just to highlight a bad experience. Just to end on a positive note, because obviously you can see I've got it. I phoned up a company we all know, John Lewis, and an absolute incredible service. I phoned them up on the Saturday at 2 o'clock after my really bad experience. I said, have you got this product? They said yes. And I thought, oh, the earliest I'm probably going to get this is going to be probably Tuesday. And they actually said, no, sir, we can deliver it to a Waitrose store for Sunday, for you at 11 o'clock. This kind of service was amazing. I was so delighted. It was free as well. There was no charge to do that kind of courier service. I got my watch, so a great experience. I'm sure we can all think of some bad experiences that we've had. Yeah, everyone's had a bad experience online. But we've also probably had some great experiences. But we need to remember that when we're having a bad experience, think of the amount of people that you tell when you're having this bad experience. And look at me today. I'm standing here and I'm going to be telling over 100 people about this story. I won't name the website, but it was called Simply Run. And yeah, but I'm going to tell people about this awful experience that I had. So just bear that in mind, that people do talk. So how can you deliver a great experience? For us, we know how to do this. We know your users. This is something that we do. We don't start a project unless we know who your users are, who you're planning to target, what your goals are as a business, and how your customers want to achieve your goal. So we study what their age range are, what they like to do, what they like to read, what they even like to eat and drink. Why does this help us? Because it forms patterns, and we start understanding what type of experiences they like and how they're going to finally interact with your service, product, or website. Don't make users think. You know, some things on a website are in a place because they have to be. For instance, if I shout out, I hope this goes well, the position of a logo, where is it? There we go. Okay, so that's perfect. What I probably should have had is an actual answer behind me, so I'm not just going, yes, you're right. Yeah, top left. We look at the navigation, the main navigation of a website. Anyone? Across the top, yeah. Or you could have it down the left. A search bar. There you go. So these are things that we know before we even start where we put these things. We do it because it works. It doesn't make a user think. The moment you were to move something like that, the user now goes into a state of anxiousness. They may start distrusting your website and more than likely probably going to walk away. And this carries on through a whole process of things. When you're adding things to a cart, where do you expect that button to be when you've added something to your cart? Top right. You know, and so we have to keep some of these things in order to not make the user think. Make it engaging. The most simple thing we can do to make a great experience is to make it engaging. It's simple, making it interactive, making it fun to use for your users. Great experiences will make your users happy. Fact. And more importantly, because of this great experiences, they're more likely to return to your site. They're more likely to have better things to say about your company, about your service, or about your product. And by doing this, we create this awesome experience, an unforgettable experience, this paradise of a website that people just love to come back and use. And tell their friends, and another thing just to think about, when you're probably sharing with your friends and they go, oh, where to buy this top, or where to buy this book, or where to buy this product, you go, you must go to this site because this site is so brilliant, it's so awesome, you're going to have such an amazing time. And your friends will go. They'll go and they'll go, yes, this is amazing. This is exactly what I want. In actual fact, they don't sell my product, but the site is amazing. So don't assume your users think like you. So this takes me on to the video I'm about to show. This video is one of my favorite clips from a sitcom called Friends. I'm sure we've all watched Friends, I hope. And I'm sorry if there's any not so many people who like Friends. This is a 6-minute clip. Hopefully you'll find it entertaining. At the end of this video, I just want to come back and we're going to cover some points and hopefully some learnings from this video. Okay, brilliant. So did you all enjoy that? Okay, so I just want to start by saying, what did we learn by it? Did anybody pick up on anything particular? User experience, yeah, was pretty bad. One thing that was interesting and why that situation worked so well as in a demonstration was a simple set of instructions was to count to 5. The way every single user and every one of us will count to 5 will be different. It will be a different method. It will be a different pace. Things we could have done to improve that as an experience, put a timer on the wall. You just read it and you count with it. What's also interesting is when he went on to his next salon, by his really bad experience that he had, obviously he was angry. And he goes into this next salon, and Glenda, poor Glenda, she tries to explain to Ross that this salon's probably going to not be what he's going to expect. But he doesn't let her finish. So he's like, does it look like I need explaining about this, how to use a spray tan system? So sure enough, he walks in. And obviously, as you saw by that clip, all of a sudden there's 2 sets of nozzles. Which ones does he face? He gets all panicky. He ends up as an 8. So what could we have done to improve that? Again, communicate to our users, which one's going to start first. It's not rocket science. Just be clearer. Explain to the user what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. So every user has a different way of doing things. One part of my job is to make sure users complete their journey correctly, and have fun whilst doing it, because ultimately a happy user will return, and it's great. So why should you, as business owners, adopt the user experience process? My job is to, as I've covered previously, to study your users, to understand how they think, to get inside their heads and really understand what they're going to do when they come to your website. This is so important for any business. You can have the greatest product that you think in the world, the greatest website in the world, but if you don't know how your users are going to interact and engage with your website, how do you know you've got it right? How do you know they're going to actually get to complete the goal the way you want them to, or even complete the goal at all? So this is where we come in. We study the customers, your customers. We learn what they want, what they expect. Ultimately, we deliver awesome experiences. I can't stress enough, this is so important for users. Users who are happy will return. Great experiences make users happy. That's it from me. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.